We will not be bullied. That's the angry rallying cry from students in Papua New Guinea, protesting a security deal that could give the US military unfettered access to their sea and air. Our Prime Minister Chris Hipkins is involved in the high-powered talks as PNG's government's accused of signing over sovereignty and aiding the militarisation of the Pacific. We're live to Pacific correspondent Barbara Drever in Port Moresby shortly. First, her report.
The message from these students is clear. The US-PNG security pact is not wanted.
And United States, as a Papua New Guinean, I know how you have been doing your politics in the international system. I don't want my country to drag into that. I don't want my country to be Pakistan, to be Afghanistan, Libya, any other states.
They're furious there was no consultation over the agreement which will allow US military access to the ports and airports here.
The content of the pact is not known by all the citizens of the country. That is why we will not accept this to be signed today.
These students at the University of Papua New Guinea want the declaration between the US and PNG stopped. They're worried about the military side, that it will affect their country's sovereignty. They say signing this agreement with a superpower will lead to the militarisation of the Pacific.
Are we really in charge of our own destiny? Is this what our independence is for? Do we have a voice? Because we cannot be undermined by superpowers of this nation using us for any of their geopolitical aspirations within our region.
Papua New Guinea's leadership is defiant about their new partnership with the United States.
We have not been dishonest. We have not been playing one nation against another. They know exactly where we are with US. They know exactly where we are with China, where we are with Australia. All nations are totally aware on PNG's need to progress our own development agendas.
The pact has overshadowed the meetings here but points to the ramping up of geopolitical pressure in the region. A report published by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute shows New Zealand, Australia and the US needs to involve Pacific countries more as Pacific priorities are being undermined by geopolitical interests.
There is a growing disconnect in the Pacific between national interest and the interests of political elites, for example, and that of the Pacific peoples themselves who have expressly called out against increased militarisation in the region.
We recognise that these are sovereign nations. They have the ability to make their own decisions. But New Zealand certainly wants to be seen as a trusted partner here in the Pacific, and I believe that we are.
That's certainly the case here at the largest fresh produce market in the Pacific, which New Zealand has helped fund.
The Right Honourable Chris Hipkins.
A smaller player in the geopolitical landscape with a grassroots approach to aid, but it's what counts here.
We will not be bullied.
What's happening here in the capital, Port Moresby, signifies the growing importance of a region in hot focus.